What's all the humbug? What? You don't see that every day. Thank you very much.
Earlier that day, Sir Topham Hatt asked Thomas to go and pick up a truck full of balloons. "What are the balloons for?" asked Thomas. "It's a surprise," said Sir Topham Hatt. "But try not to get them wet, they may pop." Thomas steamed off and collected the balloons. On his way back, it started to rain. "I know," said Thomas. "I'll go and shelter in that tunnel until the rain stops." The rain turned into a storm, and then there was trouble. A bolt of lightning hit the top of the tunnel, causing a rock slide. The back of the tunnel was blocked as well. Thomas was trapped and couldn't even see out. "Thomas should have been here by now," said Sir Topham Hatt to himself. "He's very late. Where has he got to? I'll get Harold to have a look for me." Harold the helicopter was flying overhead looking for Thomas. Percy stopped by at Maithwaite. "Have you seen Thomas, sir?" said Percy. "No, I haven't. He's very late." "Could you go and have a look for him, please, Percy?" Percy left. So he now had Percy looking for Thomas on the ground and Harold looking for Thomas from the air. Thomas couldn't see out from behind the rocks, but he realised that if he tooted, someone might hear him. Percy looked everywhere. He looked inside a tunnel. Percy even went to the swamp. Thomas kept tooting, hoping someone would hear him. Percy then came close to the tunnel and stopped. What was that? It seems to be coming from that tunnel. He raced around to the tunnel. "Is that you, Thomas?" said Percy. "Yes," said Thomas. "I'll push these rocks out of the way," said Percy. But that was never going to work. "I'll go and get some help," and he left. Very soon Jack arrived. "Don't worry, Thomas, I'll soon have you out," said Jack, and he got to work. He quickly cleared the rocks. Thomas thanked Jack, and Jack left. "Come on," said Percy to Thomas. "Sir Topham Hatt needs your truck of balloons." They left. At Maithwaite, Sir Topham Hatt sent Thomas to the Tidmouth sheds. Later that day, "Emily," said Sir Topham Hatt, "I bet you thought we'd forgotten today, but we haven't. Happy birthday!" And with that, Thomas's balloons all fell around Emily and the other engines, wishing her a happy birthday.
Gordon was pulling a very important express. But he soon came across a tunnel. "Is that a ghost?" Gordon cried. He quickly changed the points and ran away as quickly as he could. Toby then came across the tunnel. "What is in this tunnel?" wondered Toby. But he didn't want to stay to find out. And finally, Thomas needed to use the tunnel. "What?" cried Thomas. He wanted to know what was in the tunnel, so he reversed off to get some help. Soon, Ghosty arrived. He wasn't scared of anything, so he stormed in. The other engines gathered around to find out what was in the tunnel. "Okay, here is your ghost," announced Ghosty. The other engines waited nervously. Inside the cave was Percy. "Percy? What are you doing in there?" asked Toby. "I was hiding," he said. "Let me explain. It all started this morning. Sir Topham Hatt was telling us our jobs for the day. Gordon got to pull the express. Toby got to pull Henrietta. Thomas had to pull Annie and Clarabelle. And I got to pull trucks. I was disappointed, but just got on with it. I had to deliver trucks full of flour. And then Diesel decided to have some fun. He went onto my track, and I couldn't see him. Flour went everywhere. We were covered in flour. I was so embarrassed. And then I saw Gordon coming with the express. I couldn't let him see me like this, otherwise I'll never get to pull the express myself. So I turned around and hid in this tunnel. Unfortunately, flour still blew everywhere. You all got to carry important passengers today, so I stayed hidden in the tunnel, explained Percy. Oh, Percy, we all get dirty sometimes. I'm sure Sir Topham Hatt will give you an express soon, reassured Thomas. Percy felt a bit better, so he cleaned himself up and delivered the flour. And the next day, Sir Topham Hatt gave Percy some very important coaches to pull, and he couldn't have been prouder.
One day, James was feeling grumpy and annoyed. He was waiting for Thomas with his trucks. That silly little blue engine thinks he's so important, but is always late, he said angrily. After a little while, Thomas pulled up with all 4 of James's trucks. About time, Thomas. What took you so long? I'm sorry, James. I'm getting ready to take the circus all around the island. James suddenly cheered up. Oh, I love the circus. I can't wait. Later that week, the circus had arrived. Thomas was taking the circus on tour from village to village all around the island. At the end of the week, the circus tour had ended. Thomas left Knapford Station to take the circus away. The trains were still in a good mood though. The week with the circus had been so much fun for them. That afternoon, Henry was relaxing in the forest when Sir Topham Hatt arrived. Henry, I need your help. A tunnel nearby is blocked by something. I need you to take a group of workmen to help unblock it. I shall come with you. Sir Topham Hatt got into Henry and they steamed off to pick up the workmen. The workmen were waiting inside a troublesome truck, with all of their tools in another troublesome truck. Soon, Henry arrived and pushed the 2 trucks towards the tunnel. Oh dear, thought Henry. This tunnel looks very dark and scary. It's a good job I don't have to go in there. Okay, workmen, boomed Sir Topham Hatt. I need you to go in there and find out what is blocking the tunnel. So the workmen cautiously entered the tunnel. However, they soon rushed out of there very quickly. There's something big in there! Something very large and alive! It's a monster! Another workman shouted. Henry did not like the sound of that. A monster? Alright then, said Sir Topham Hatt. Looks like Henry and I are going to have to go into the tunnel ourselves and push it out. What? Exclaimed Henry. Now he was feeling very scared. As Sir Topham Hatt clambered into one of the troublesome trucks, Henry plucked up all of his courage and got ready to enter the dark tunnel. Slowly but surely, they chuffed into the darkness. But soon, something very strong started pushing them back. It was an elephant. So that's what's blocking up the tunnel, said Sir Topham Hatt. The workman fed the elephant and looked after it. Henry felt really silly for being very scared of an elephant. Soon Thomas rolled up. Sir Topham Hatt, I've got some bad news. The circus is missing an elephant. I'm so sorry. Ha ha, Thomas, answered Sir Topham Hatt. You mean this elephant? Oh phew, that's the one. That night, Henry told all of the other engines about what happened today. Gordon and James were teasing Henry about it. So now you can add elephants to the long list of things which scare you. But Thomas was more friendly. It must have taken a lot of courage for you to go into that tunnel if you thought it was a monster. You are a really brave engine, Henry.
Uh-oh, it's Dr. Freeze. And he's broken out of his jail. Later that day, Diesel 10 was actually working for once. He needed to go through a tunnel, but... What was that? He wondered. He then remembered when he pulled a prank on Thomas in that very same cave. Oh, it's probably Thomas trying to prank me, he thought. But then Thomas passed by. What? He cried, so he ran away scared. I wonder what scared Diesel 10, Thomas thought. He headed over to the cargo yard to pick up some coal. Superman was there. Hi Superman, what are you doing here? Thomas asked. Well, all of the bad guys are in jail and I was getting a bit bored, so I thought I'd give you some help, said Superman. Oh, thank you Superman, said Thomas. So he loaded Thomas's trucks with coal. There you go, he said. Now if you need any more help, just let me know. Thanks Superman, said Thomas, and he left. Now he needed to use that tunnel. What was that? Thomas wondered. Maybe it's Diesel 10 again, he thought. So he stormed in. But it wasn't Diesel 10. It was Dr. Freeze and his pet dinosaur. Thomas ran away as quickly as he could. The dinosaur started destroying things. Oh dear. Thomas ran back to Superman. Superman! Dr. Freeze is loose on Sodor with a huge dinosaur, cried Thomas. Uh-oh. Maybe I'll need some help, Superman thought. So he flew off to get reinforcements. He ran into Iron Man and Spider-Man. Guys, I need your help. Dr. Freeze is loose on Sodor with a dinosaur, explained Superman. Yeah, we can help, cried Spider-Man. We'll need a plan though, said Iron Man. We'd like to help too, said Thomas. Fantastic, said Superman. So they came up with a plan. Nearby. Come and get me! They chased Iron Man. Now! Thomas arrived, pulling a long line of trucks. Then Percy pushed some more trucks into place and ran away. Huh? Superman then closed them in. Got him! Dr. Freeze tried to freeze Iron Man, but he accidentally froze his dinosaur instead. Oh no! Spider-Man crept in behind him and tied him up with web. They got him. Well done everyone, said Superman. So they locked Dr. Freeze up and made sure he couldn't escape this time. Hi, I'm Dave and thanks for watching my video. Please check out our other videos and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon!